Star Wars The Old Republic got a rare bit of marketing in this year's Star Wars celebration in Tokyo. It comes in the form of a featurette on Star Wars Stream. If you haven't seen it, you can find it here on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description. After a brief montage from the game's old cinematic trailers, the game's narrative director, Ashley Rule, highlights some of the new things they've added, like new story content, new gameplay systems like dynamic encounters and seasonal events, and the graphical improvements they've made. We didn't learn anything new, but then again, we weren't meant to. This was clearly a marketing piece aimed at drawing in new players or players who've left the game a long time ago. And that's not a bad thing. The game needs more players to survive, and where better to find them than a Star Wars celebration chock full of Star Wars fans. But what we really care about is that ending cinematic. First glance, it looks like it's just a montage of story scenes from the past 7.0 storyline, accompanied by Malgus's usual bloviations. But then we see a few scenes that pique our interest. Like this shot here, where we appear to be hanging out on Ilum in the Emperor's crashed space station. If you recall the Ilum storyline, Malgus reclaims it after it's abandoned by the Emperor after the Jedi Knight storyline, and uses it in his attempt to take over the Empire. And in the final confrontation, the space station is destroyed, self-destructs, and rains down on Ilum. Why we're here is anybody's guess. Are we looking for information about Malgus? Do we think he left something behind here all those years ago that could tell us what he's planning on doing now? Inquiring minds want to know. Then of course there's the biggie, the thing that's got the internet all abuzz. Darth Jadus returns. Yep, the big bad from the first chapter of the Agent story has decided to grace us with his presence once again. Why is anybody's guess. Is he here to help Malgus in some way, or has he been pulling Malgus' strings this whole time? Or maybe he's just come back to try to take advantage of all the chaos going on in the galaxy to reassert his dominance. But whatever he's doing, he's back, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. On the one hand, it has to be better than this Mandalorian stuff we've been getting for the past years. On the other hand, Broadsword's track record with returning characters hasn't always been so great. But for now, I'll opt for hoping for the best. Further in the cinematic, we see our character approaching a Rakata mine prison. Are we going to try to use it to trap Malgus? Maybe try to trap Jadus? Or are we going to get trapped inside? Or maybe Jadus was trapped inside a mine prison? So many possibilities, so few answers. And the last thing I'll mention is the scene where we have Malgus crashing these two ships together, and the only reason is because I miss the days when our Force-using characters could do cool things like that. But regardless, it looks like things could be about to get interesting. And as someone who hasn't been enjoying the Mandalorian storyline, I'm happy to see that it looks like the story is moving in another direction. All that being said, of course, the voice actor strike is still going on, so it's doubtful that we'll see any new story until that gets resolved. But anyway, let us know what you think in the comments. Are you glad to see Jadus back? What do you think he's doing? Let us know your thoughts and speculations, and while you're down there, why not like and subscribe for more content like this? And as always, thanks for watching.